About anything.
I'm Tom Wofford. How are you?
I'm good. David Fleming.
David, great. Tell me about yourself.
I'm a Birmingham native and grew up here, love the city, and I've always wanted to be a part of making the city more vibrant and livable. And so I live in the city, actually. My wife and I have a 5-year-old son, and we're Crestwood folks, and work downtown at the organization that is the main revitalization organization focused on city center downtown vibrancy, as well as neighborhood center vibrancy and business growth.
Formerly O&B.
Formerly Operation REV Birmingham, and then we merged in the summer with Main Street Birmingham.
And you have a new name.
We have a new name, just launched. It's called REV Birmingham.
Great. Tell me about REV Birmingham.
Well, we wanted to symbolize with the name our approach, which is revitalizing spaces plus energizing business means a more vibrant city. So we have tried to adopt a more action-oriented approach. We want to be about accomplishment, not just planning and thinking about things, but actually taking the great plans and ideas that are out there, because this city is full of them, and full of people that have great ideas and want to help those things get implemented and get done.
It gives the image of an engine.
Right.
And the organization that you now run has always been a part of the engine of Birmingham.
Right. Yeah, I can't have a more dream job than the one I have.
Sure.
Because I love the city and I want to see it thrive, and we have so much potential here that frankly so many places don't have. The ingredients are all here. So many catalyst things going on. Weaving that all together makes a more vibrant city.
Oh, of course, yes. I'm a writer and playwright, and so I understand and very concerned with the role that the arts play in making a livable city and making a city attractive to people, to luring people here. You can't get great employees from other places if you don't have a vibrant art scene.
That's right, and everybody in economic development recognizes that now, and we have always wanted to encourage the arts as ways to revitalize places like in Woodlawn, where Main Street was working, and in Avondale, and then in Eastlake. There are a lot of artist communities that we can give more impetus to, and find studio spaces for artists to work in and create more product.
And we can see that that's worked.
Yeah.
I lived for 20 years at Avondale, and I drive through there now. I see the products of your labor.
Sure. Tell me more about your plays and what you write.
Well, I've been a freelance writer of advertising copy and editorial work. I've written for B Metro for a year or so now, and for several other publications locally and nationally. Do a lot of ad copy as well, and then I run a small theater company that I started this year, Actors Theater of Alabama. We did 2 productions this year. Our first, The Glass Menagerie, was accepted into the Tennessee Williams Festival in Provincetown, Massachusetts.
Right.
So we had a great success with that show. And then the play that I wrote and then produced most recently was my political satire, Judge Roy Moore is Coming to Dinner. And we had a great run at the Carver Theater just recently, and got plans for what we're going to do next year. I'm working on a play with a great Broadway actress, a movie actress, Annie Jo Edwards. She and I are writing a play with music about a Birmingham blues singer of the 20s and 30s, one of the first blues artists to ever be recorded. And she has somehow gotten lost to a lot of the public consciousness, and she needs a revitalization, much in the same way Scott Joplin got one through the Sting. They call her the other Bessie. She worked as Bessie Jackson for a while Bessie Smith was one of the dominant blues singers. Her real name was Lucille Boggin. And she was one of the first blues artists ever to be recorded, the first blues artist ever recorded outside of Chicago and New York. There was a very vibrant blues scene here in Birmingham in the 20s, and she took the the experience she had was a big hit in Chicago and New York. So this show I'm seeing as a great celebration of something that's very Birmingham that a lot of people don't know about.
Oh yeah, and the arts is such a great way to tell stories that need to be told and don't get always told.
And there's a lot of opportunity to tell a lot of different stories with this lady's life.
Yeah, I'm always amazed by the artistic base and talent in Birmingham. It's pretty impressive.
There's so much. We're blessed with great performers, directors, singers. I think there's probably 4 shows you could go to tonight. And
yeah. And our city center is such a great hub for all that activity too, and a great canvas for it. And it's just getting more active, and I just, I'm thrilled to see so many of the streets and alleys of the downtown full of life and business now, and responding to all these great catalyst projects that are going on. And I talk probably almost every week with some artist that has a vision for either theater or for something. We recently did a project we called it was called Intention, and it was a pop-up gallery. We took a vacant space on 3rd Avenue North. We had a little grant money, and we threw it all at this one space to bring in Jonathan Brilliant, a North Carolina-based artist, to come in from out of town, and he installs in a space art using coffee stirrers and those kinds of things, really all held in place by tension. There's no nails, no nothing.
Great.
And it lasted about a month. And to see people walking by and look at this, what was once a vacant space, and look in and see the art that's there, showed how much interest people have in it and how much arts can help create a vibrant space, and that's part of what we really want to do more of downtown.
Yeah, I lived downtown after I sold my house in Avondale. I was a loft liver.
Yeah, growing community.
It was great, and people loved it, and it was so super to be able to walk to the bank and walk to lunch and walk to Kinko's, and
I can't tell you how many meetings I have and accomplish things because I get out and I walk the street to go to lunch or get a haircut or something like that, and you just see people and you have these impromptu meetings, and you can't get that if you're in the automobile-oriented suburbs.
There is so much energy that can just be spontaneously created by being present, and and chance encounters can lead to so much.
Yeah. So you're still living in the city, but you're
committed to the city. Committed to the city.
And there too, and I have a child, and he's 5, and my wife, and we just can't imagine living in another neighborhood, living somewhere outside of the city.
All right. So what do you see? What do you see for the future, David?
Well, I see a lot more growth in the city. I see all these catalyst projects going on that are not only big but small, like the breweries in Avondale. But then you got the big baseball stadium. I think all these things are going to begin to connect together, and we have a seamless city that's a lot more vibrant than people have ever known.
And pedestrian in ways that it never was.
That's right.
When I came here in the 80s.
Right. A lot more people and activity on the street. It's going to be amazing.
I think that there is so much brightness in our future in so many different ways that not only people like you and I can move things forward, but that everybody can as well.
Yeah.
All sorts of ways to become involved and to make a difference. Birmingham, that's one thing I've always loved about Birmingham is if you want to make a difference, there's a place for you to bring your energy and to contribute, become a significant member of the community, and go home at night knowing you've made a difference.
And you get so much out of it, doing it.
Oh, so much out of it. It's a very rewarding city. It's a very rewarding place to live.
It is indeed. I love it.
Yeah, well, it's great to see you, David.
Good to see you. Glad talking to you.
You too. Wish you great luck in the future.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you.
Look forward to your next shows.
Look forward to working with you.
Okay.